An operation cannot simultaneously excel on all competitive dimensions at once, by Jonah Lloyd. The product lifecycle. Theoretical background. There are many high-priority competitive dimensions, and every individual company needs to prioritize these, such as cost, quality, flexibility, delivery performance, and innovativeness. These competitive dimensions will vary for optimal effectiveness depending on where a company is at in their product lifecycle. The product lifecycle is set out into four key phases: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. This report will illustrate examples surrounding different businesses and where they are at in their product lifecycle, and by extension, why they are focusing on one or two single competitive dimensions. This will demonstrate why it is fundamental for an operation to focus on a couple at a time, as it is impractical to attempt operating simultaneously all at once. The introduction stage involves the beginning of the business, the consumer is introduced to the new product, and a marketing strategy is established. An investment in advertising is also crucial during this time to increase awareness. At this point, sales may be low and promotions need to be put into place to grab the consumer's attention. The strategy during this stage of the life cycle is changing and adapting as they go. The growth stage is seen after the product becomes popular enough that it is thriving and sales are increased. The increase in consumer demand requires upscale in business activities. If competition within the market or sector is aggressive, then advertisements can remain at a high cost. This stage can make for increasing the effectiveness of its product due to feedback. The maturity stage encapsulates the heightened level of products for the company. The costs associated with making the products get lower, sales are heightened, and the company is excelling financially. This can be the area where a business can expand into new markets to increase popularity and seize more of the sector. Sales stabilize, and businesses are competing with rival competitors more than ever. The decline stage exemplifies the final stage. This is after a business has endeavored to stay in the maturity stage for as long as possible. Market share decreases as competitors create alternative products, and the market saturation results in loss of sales. Withdrawing the product or reinventing it altogether is a decision the company must make. Adapting it to suit the new markets is encouraged to continue providing to loyal consumers. New innovation is key here, or the product may cease to exist. My industries and examples. Focusing on one or two competitive dimensions is encouraged rather than all five at a time. For instance, if a company's focus is the delivery speed, then its flexibility will suffer, as it cannot focus on a range of products. Additionally, low-cost approaches won't produce fast results or quick delivery and flexibility. Trade-offs like this matter, and thus a business needs to focus on key dimensions for their success. Introduction, I'll be choosing Roomba and their competitive dimensions of innovation and cost. DJI's technology of competitive dimensions being innovation and quality. Growth cycle, Tesla's competitive dimensions of flexibility and delivery. In NIO's, China's electric vehicle company that have a competitive dimension of innovativeness and delivery performance. Maturity, Walmart's competitive dimension of flexibility and price, and Apple's use of price and quality as their competitive dimensions. In the decline stage, Aldi's competitive dimensions of flexibility and innovativeness, and the New York Times newspaper utilizing innovativeness and delivery performance. Introduction stage. Roomba's competitive dimensions of innovation and cost. The vacuum industry has seen developments through the years. Dyson has often dominated the market with its vacuums, but in recent years consumers have gravitated towards the autonomous robotic vacuum cleaner such as the Roomba. In recent success has come from their clever innovation and marketing towards people who want to clean house without all the time and work. They also focus on their competitive advantage of cost with its affordability of $120 retail, in comparison to its competitors at Dyson with their high-priced vacuums up to $800. DJI's technology, competitive dimensions of innovation and quality. Only in the last decade have people opted away from traditional cameras to explore new heights. DJI's technology company have developed their drone around the competitive dimension of quality, as the consumer needs a good camera on their drone that works flawlessly, as well as being innovative by coming into the market and being a leader of the drone world. Whereby both companies have utilized different competitive dimensions to excel, they display strength within the introduction stage of the life cycle. It is seen with both of these competitors that innovation is a foothold into market awareness and the consumer preference. Growth stage. Tesla's competitive dimensions of flexibility and delivery. Tesla utilized feasibility and delivery as their main competitive dimension advantages. In this growth stage, consumers are willing to pay more for the best product on the market. Tesla are the leading EV producers in the world with over 500,000 cars sold in the first half of 2022. This is due to their delivery performance prioritization being larger than ever as they fight against other competitors. Their other competitive dimension they focus on is flexibility. This convenience to consumers is evident. Everything from self-driving capabilities to longer travel journeys without recharging has accelerated their consumer market share. Because they are seen as a luxury brand, consumers feel as if they will be taken care of. NIO, China's electric vehicle company, have competitive dimensions of innovativeness and delivery performance. NIO have rapidly become one of China's most notable luxury electric vehicles. Their innovative success comes from their battery swap technology, making it only 3 minutes to go from 0% to a fully charged battery. Their other major competitive dimension is their delivery performance. Even through the Chinese COVID-hard lockdowns, NIO delivered 60% more cars than last year to keep up with demand. Their dedication to delivery performance proves itself to be a strong competitive dimension. Both Tesla and NIO have strengthened their positional power and developing new and evolving strategies to stay on top of the market during this growth stage. Maturity stage. Walmart's competitive dimensions of flexibility and price. Walmart is an American multinational retail corporation that is the maturity life cycle stage at the moment. It operates a chain of hypermarkets, discount department stores, and grocery stores at a highly successful rate. Flexibility, importance, competitive priority includes a large number of product features or options, getting new products into production quickly, especially through COVID, rapid capacity adjustment, and design changes in production as well. Walmart also utilize the competitive dimension of price to the furthest extent. Their slogan is always low prices, always. This competitive advantage allows products to be low priced and thus attract more customers. They have over 10,000 stores that preach the triple bottom line model, whereby consumers see a sustainable operations and supply line strategy that works well and carrying the business reputation. Apple uses price and quality as their competitive dimensions. Competitive priorities here include cost, to offer products and or services with the lowest price, and quality, to offer with the highest performance and differentiate products from competitors such as Android phones. The Apple iPhone 14, the new one, won't be going up in price in America, but will have better chips and faster processors. This indication of quality versus price is something Apple has been adopting for years. Their multifaceted strategy called price maintenance involves Apple leveraging lower resale margins, incentives, and having tight product control in order to maintain its prices and adding to the resale price after use. This ensures to the consumer that the iPhone is worth exactly the right amount of money. This maturity stage for Apple and Walmart ensures that their costs become slightly lower and consumer purchase is high. Apple price stability and quality advantages, whereas Walmart's competitive dimensions of flexibility and price enable them to produce on a huge scale with a large variety of products, while also keeping prices low. Thus, the maturity stage is a profitable part of the life cycle for both companies. The decline stage. Audi's competitive dimensions of flexibility and innovativeness. The decline stage sees a business either adapt to survive or crumble and fail. Audi have stated that from 2026, all of their new models will be battery powered, showing that they are willing to use their innovativeness to stay in power and be a consumer preference. Consumers in this day and age want to make a difference and help stop climate change and be associated with a net zero carbon business. Audi's flexibility, whereby making cars to order and giving the largest range of products, has helped them stay present in the market and retain its consumer preference. This competitive dimension focus will help their product to stay in the light and not cease to exist. The New York Times newspaper utilizing innovativeness and delivery performance. The New York Times has been around since 1851, a long-standing company with a well-respected reputation. But with newspapers at an all-time low, they begin to fall into the decline stage of the product life cycle. The New York Times, in seeing this, was innovative enough to move online. This innovation has reignited their product, having earned 6 million paid subscribers as of 2022. This has been critical to them to stay prevalent in the consumer's mind. Delivery performance is also a fundamental keystone here. They are now able to get the information out at the click of a button, have it set to people's phones instantly, thus their reliable and quick delivery of goods is strong. Their stock availability has gone from a finite amount to an infinite amount. thus cutting costs in the process. The decision to move to the online platform has coincided with the age of technology and has created a fast, approachable way to access their content. With these two companies of Aldi and the New York Times both reinventing themselves as to stay relevant, innovativeness is clear to be a critical competitive dimension in order to be around longer in the consumer's eye. In utilizing my references, number 1 and 2 helped greatly with reaffirming my understanding of the product lifecycle. 3 and 4 showed the articles about how important the Roomba and JBI was to the introduction stage. 5 and 6 encapsulated NIO's and Tesla's growth stage. 7 and 8 displayed Apple's and Walmart's strategies. And 9 and 10 was helpful for the New York Times paid subscription data and Aldi's research.